Welcome back. I'm at Pendle View today, lads. I'm fishing for the bream and the roach. It's quite cold. In fact, it's bloody very cold actually, in fact. And I thought I'll give it a go. I had some bait left from when I was up the lakes, so I brought that with me. So I thought, let's have a go. And the reason why I've actually come today for a reason. The reason why I've come today is because Pendle View's shutting. They're getting some work done, and it's going to be completely different to how it has been for the last 25 years that I've known it. So basically I thought I'll come one more time, try and catch a few fish for you and for myself, because this year's not worked out yet really with fishing. You know, it's been a bit slow, but yeah, basically this is going to be my last session on here, and I've been fishing here since the age of 13, so yeah, it's going to be a bit sad, but things move on, I suppose. So that's why I'm here today, basically, is just to get another night in, plus it's a night out on the bank, innit. I go back to work on Friday. It's now Monday. I didn't do no Sunday, apart from get all my gear sorted and some editing done on my photos and what have you, and answer people's questions on Facebook. So yeah, last night. So it's not going to be a long vlog, some of you will be happy to see. So I'm just going to finish my brew, and then I'll talk to you in a little while and tell you how I'm going about it and what I'm doing and what have you. So I'll let you watch my rods for a bit if you like. Let's hope one goes off when you're watching. Chat soon. Guys, bit of a quick update before I go. It's 5:05 at night. Another half hour I reckon, light will probably be gone. The wind stopped, shall we say. That's a good thing. It was quite a cold wind. It's an easterly wind. It's actually northwesterly, I think, and it's going to move round by tomorrow to be a southerly. But anyway, I've changed tactics. I've gone over to maggots, to the worm and the cage feeder. They're on the baited spot. Just hoping for a few fish tonight. My other rods are already clipped up, so if all happens, you know, if we need to put them out, they can go straight out back on the spot. I'm in a good area because the bypass is there and it's full of lights, and I can see the gates really well in the dark, so I don't really need to worry about too much when it comes to casting during the night. I can see I've still got my target and I can still cast where I need to be. No matter how dark it is, I can always see them gates with the lights outside on the bypass. So I think I'm going to get kettle on one more time. Got absolutely freezing. And I'll have a cup of coffee because I left my tea bags at home as usual. Then I'm hoping for a few fish tonight with a bit of luck. And yeah, hopefully to show you a few. So I'll speak to you all very soon, hopefully with a fish. If not, I'll speak to you in the morning to say that I've caught sod all and I'm off home with my tail between my legs, looking like a right twat. So right, I'll speak to you all later. Right guys, quick update. It is now 7:30 Tuesday morning. I'll be going in about an hour and a half. I thought I'd give you a quick update on how it went last night. I stayed up through the night, casted every half hour, every 3/4 to an hour. But by God, like -4 last night. It was bloody freezing. So I thought the hard work would pay off, but it never did, unfortunately, so I'm afraid again it's a blank. Just to let you know, I'm sorry about that. But I'll show you the lake in a minute. You'll see why it were a blank. Anyway, just a quick one. I'm going to show you the bait that I was using last night. Basically, I got a couple of questions off Facebook last night as I was sat here waiting. And the same one kept popping up and popping up, was what bait I'm using, you know, and how I'm going about the feeding job and what am I doing. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown. Well, I've got nothing to do. So basically, this one here was my spod mix. You see that? Wee. Now basically in that, there's just, base of it is hemp, corn, maggots, casters, and it's got a few spoonful of these of my ground baiting. My ground bait consists of, because I mix it myself, is molasses meal, halibut meal, coarse pellet and breadcrumb mixed, and that's usually, basically I mix that one of each, spoon of each, mixed in, and boom. I've done really well on the bream for the last few years on that mix. Now what I will say about this spod mix is, right quick, in the summer I will change this. This is like my bream mix basically, and I mix that with a bit of water this time of year just to give it a bit of stodge because there's a bit of ground baiting. But in the summertime I will, instead of using my ground bait in this mix, because the mix always stays the same really with corn, hemp and casters, I'll always put in a ground baiting. Now the ground bait of choice I put in here is a mixture of Bait Tech, that's the Super Green Special G, sorry, the Special G, a bag of Special G, and that's a kilo bag, and a 2 kilo bag of the Coconut Method mix. And I mix that together and I put that in with my ground bait, and that seems to work really well for the tench through the summer. It works well for the bream as well, but that's what I do basically for the tench. So that's basically my spod mix for the year and what I do. This is a bit frozen because it's, and yeah, And this summer I will also add mainline syrups to it sometimes. The coconut, the cell, I'll add that to it. The pineapple's a good one. You know, molasses, adding pure molasses to it, liquid. Even though it's got a molasses meal in it, I will add molasses liquid to it sometimes. And what I was doing, obviously this was my spod mix, I was putting a few of them out on a spot and I was fishing feeders over the top. As you can see, everything's frozen. My hemp and casters. No, that's not that's my casters and chopped worm, should I say, sorry. And it's all solid. The worms, which are all solid. Using them on my ground bait feeders, and then my maggots seem to be alright. Basically, I just a pint of red maggots, and I put in some sticky baits krill powder. I find that works really well as well, all year round. I do like the smell of their krill. I don't know what it is, it's just so nice. And that's basically the bait, really. That's all I've been doing. Chucking a bit of spod mix out and fishing 2 feeders over it. I've been alternating the feeders every couple of hours, from maggot feeders to ground bait feeders. Just trying to tempt a bite, really. But obviously now it's bloody work. It's just got so cold. So, right, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to make a quick brew and I'm going to start getting packed up. But I'll show you the lake in a minute. And you can see why I'm packing up. So, I will chat to you all very shortly. As you can see, why I'm packing up is because it's half frozen. It was bloody cold last night. I don't think nobody caught. I'm a bit gutted, really. You know, last time on here I was hoping for a fish or 2. It's always been good to me as this place, but obviously it was like -4 last night. Could have been colder. A bit sickening, really. That's the second day or second trip now. I blanked. You know, this time last year I was raking fishing. It's amazing, isn't it? How you can and you can't catch fish. It's just, I'm doing no different. It's always the same. I'm not doing anything different. Just can't catch now. But anyway, so back to work on Friday. I'll speak to you all very soon. Don't forget, next month I'll share it on my group and everything on my page. Go to Linear, start with tench fishing. Hopefully beginning of middle of March. I hope to have a few down on the manor, down at Linear. So spend a few days down there, about 5 days I think. And touch wood, you can bag 1 or 2. Let's see how we go. There's a few lakes down there, isn't there? So if need be, if it's not happening on Manor, I'll be there for about 5-6 days. If it's not happening on Manor, and I'll shoot off to another one, maybe St John's. Fish maggot feeders at range, gravel, or even Oxley's. You know, I might go to Oxley's yet. I don't know. On Linear. We'll have to see how it goes. But for right now, I'm gonna have a brew. I'll start getting things packed away. Because it's bloody freezing, I tell you. My baby's white. Everything's just frozen solid. So, thanks for watching. watching. See, I'm sorry there's no fish. Please subscribe if you haven't done. Give this video a like. It means a lot to me. So until next time, stay well. Speak to you all soon.